I think I'd really like to do more collaborative shows with other bands, and it looks like that's gonna happen. Ha! Who are you? Why are you wearing a mask? I'm you in about like 4 or 5 months. Is that your goal notebook? Yeah? Can I see it? Oh yeah. Man, look at all these beautiful, beautiful goals. Yeah, you're not gonna need that. You'll get more out of this. So a couple weeks ago, I got an email that was like, hey, it's time to do your mid-year goal check-in. And I saw all these people on YouTube in July doing all these little mid-year goal check-ins and things like that. And I'm not gonna do that because I don't wanna cry on camera. But in reality, I wanted to actually take some time to look at how my mindset around goal setting has changed since we've been in this COVID-19 lockdown, everything is different world. So before I filmed this video, I did go back and look over my goals that I had set initially at the beginning of the year, and I was surprised to see that some of the things that I had intended to do have happened. We've kept trucking on some things, and other things we've have been completely derailed, or we've had to start over on, or we've just abandoned altogether. So for example, like one of the things that we accomplished was that I wanted to hit 100 subs on YouTube, and you guys made that happen. So thank you. And we had to shift our album timeline, so that had to change, but we're still doing it. We had people we wanted to work with, and we weren't able to work with them because we were all quarantined. And so now we finally got that done, and hopefully we'll be getting that mixed and mastered and getting it out to you guys by the end of the year. Maybe. We'll see what happens. And then other things I just completely let go of altogether. And so that brings me to my first point in this video, and that is that things change, and you're the person who sets your goals. And you are allowed to shift those goals around. You're allowed to change them, you're allowed to abandon them, and none of that makes you a bad person. I think sometimes we feel as though if we set out to do a thing and we don't do that, then we failed, and that's just not the case. Things change. And that's not to say that you can just constantly go around giving up on everything because it's hard. That's not what I'm saying you do. But I am saying that it's not only okay to, but it's really important to constantly reevaluate your goals, why you set them in the first place, who it serves. Because sometimes some of my goals that I set at the beginning of the year were just honestly really arbitrary things that I thought I needed to have for, like, industry clout, like X amount of Spotify plays, or X amount of Instagram followers, or X amount of followers on TikTok. And that was just kind of arbitrary. It's not that I don't want those things, I do, but now I'm starting to think about why I want them for the purpose of my business and not just because. The second thing that I've learned in this ever-changing COVID hellscape, I mean landscape, is that you have to include you in your daily and weekly goals. And that seems really obvious. Seems like, yeah, of course you should do that. But it's really easy, especially when you own a business, to kind of go into this world where you're just kind of slogging and everything is kind of work, and you just don't quit working, and you're just always doing things and never taking time to do fun things because you're always thinking about how to turn this into part of your business, turn it into part of your brand, or at least I have done that quite a bit. And I think that's an easy mindset to fall into. So in college, I was one of those people who would like go to a movie night at a friend's dorm on Friday night, and I'd bring my homework and do homework through the movie and not really pay attention to the movie, which was kind of really crappy of me. But I just had this inability to like unplug from doing work. And so, one, that's horrible. Don't do that. Don't be like that. It's sad. And I regret that. So if you're a young person and you are finding yourself doing that kind of stuff, consider this someone giving you permission to stop doing it. and take time for yourself. So I actually started putting fun things into my daily / weekly / monthly planner on a regular basis, so that I visually see this fun thing to look forward to, and I have an incentive to unplug from work. The last thing that I want to touch on, and it kind of ties into that last point I made about making time for fun and for you, is that you need to be prioritizing your physical and mental well-being, especially right now. So about a month ago, I was feeling just really awful all the time, just like super, super tired and not being able to focus very well. And I thought, I was like, oh, well, it's probably because my sleep schedule is whack, and maybe I need to drink more water, maybe I need to drink more coffee, or it could be alien DNA. Like, I don't know what it is, but we'll just keep on chugging. And I knew that I was overdue for some blood work. I have a thyroid problem, and I had put that off initially because COVID, because I could not physically go to the lab and get my blood work done. But then I was kind of like, Blue Cross Blue Shield doesn't pay for my labs, and my labs are pretty expensive, even though they're super common labs, and it should not be that expensive for someone to go get a really simple, common blood draw. This is something for another day, but I do want to say that things are messed up, and there are people who are in worse boats than I am and have no boats, and that's a problem, and that's something that I think we need to continue to work on fixing in this country. Anyway, so I went and got my thyroid checked, and it turns out my thyroid was low, and all it took was a little bump in my dosage, and I started feeling immensely better within just a couple of days. But I slogged for over a month, just like going through my day, bringing, you know, not my A game, probably not even my B game or my C game, because I just didn't want to go and get labs, because I didn't want to prioritize that. And even though it's hard and our healthcare system is a little wonkus, I think it's really important to put that at top of mind, even if it's just, you know, making sure that you're staying active, making sure that you're taking breaks, making sure you're drinking lots of water. Your body can only do so much before it's like, hey, this is enough, and we need to get something done about this. So I have also put my physical body as a priority in my planner as well. So that's kind of where I'm at with goals and goal setting. I am still setting goals for our business. We are still working towards a lot of the same things we were working on at the beginning of the year. Not everything got completely derailed, but my mentality around my tick box mentality has definitely changed. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys in the comment section. Let me know what your life is like. What does goal setting look like for you, if it looks like anything at all right now? Are you chugging along on your goal train? Are you driving the struggle bus? Where are you at, and what is helping you kind of continue to keep going through all of this? Again, thank you guys for watching. There are links down below where you can follow us on all of the socials. If you aren't subscribed, we would love a subscription. And we will be posting new bug jars once a month for the time being. And that might change in the future because, hey, goals change, right? It's gonna be a man arm. Okay, let me tell you how far to come into the frame. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.